Wait though, you mean I'm supposed to read before an exam? Amaka's scream echoed through the hostel corridor, sending her roommates into laughter fits. Amaka was famous in school, but not for her brains. She was the reigning Miss Campus Queen, and she wore the crown like it was a master's degree. Professors sighed when they saw her name on the attendance sheet, knowing her trademark move: enter class, sit in front, flip her hair dramatically, then scroll Instagram like it was her course outline. Her beauty was her defense, weapon, and full strategy for life. Assignments due, she'd flash a smile at the smartest guy in class. Project defense, she'd wear her tightest dress and somehow the lecturer's questions became jokes. The conflict started when Amaka decided she no longer needed to study medicine. Doctors smell like hospital, she complained. Instead, she told everyone she was destined to marry rich, become an influencer's wife, and live in Banana Island. One day, she skipped an important test because she was at a photo shoot with a sugar daddy's Benz. The next week, she discovered she had been accidentally signed up to represent the school at an inter-university debate. Her name had been written down by mistake. Apparently, the dean thought Amaka N meant Amaka the serious law student, not her. The shocking part, if she refused, she'd be suspended for neglecting her responsibilities as Miss Campus Queen. So there she was, dressed in 6 inches heel and lashes long enough to sweep the stage, standing before the microphone at the national debate competition. The first question came: what is your opinion on the relationship between inflation and national development? Amaka smiled, leaned forward, and replied confidently: inflation? When something inflates like balloon, and if balloon is big, then development is big. Thank you. The crowd froze, then erupted in uncontrollable laughter. Cameras flashed, Twitter exploded. By the time she left the stage, Amaka had gone viral, nicknamed Beauty Without Brains. A sponsor still called her after the event and said, Amaka, don't worry. I like your confidence. Let's talk business. But was this opportunity genuine or another trap? Business meeting turned out to be dinner at a five-star hotel. The sponsor was a politician twice her age who introduced her as future ambassador. Amaka's head swelled. She imagined herself signing deals, giving speeches, and being on TV. But trouble began when he asked her one simple question in front of other guests. So, Amaka, what is your take on climate change policies in Africa? She blinked, twirled her hair, and said, honestly, sir, I don't know about climate, but my best color is orange. The table went silent. Someone coughed. Another whispered, who invited this embarrassment? She tried to recover, but the evening ended with the politician embarrassed, pulling back his promises. That was strike one. Strike two came weeks later when she launched her influencer career on Instagram. She bought fake followers, posed with borrowed designer bags, and captioned posts with lines like, if you don't have money, don't disturb me. But her classmates, now successful graduates, began calling her out. One commented under her picture, Madam, return my cousin's Gucci bag. Another wrote, beauty without brain is a liability. Angry, she declared war online on Instagram lives, but the more she spoke, the more people laughed at her blunders. She once said, you don't need grammar to succeed. That's why Dangote dropped out of primary school. A popular comedy skit maker stitched her clip and suddenly Amaka became the internet's new meme. Her face was everywhere: TikTok, WhatsApp stickers, Twitter GIFs. But not all attention is good attention. By the time brands googled her name, the first thing they saw was beauty without brain, viral debate disaster. Just as she thought things could get worse, her old sugar daddy dumped her for a younger girl, and she found out that she was broke, trending, and blacklisted at the same time. Desperate, Amaka decided to rebrand. She enrolled in an online course called Basic Business Communication for Beginners. At first, she thought Zoom was another dating app. She even showed up dressed in a party dress, waving at the lecturer like he was her admirer. But slowly, things began to change. One of her classmates, Chuka, a quiet tech bro, noticed her struggle and decided to help. At first, she rolled her eyes, nerds bored her, but when Chuka explained things with patience, she realized for the first time in her life that she wasn't dumb, just lazy. She had to battle her old life. Her friends mocked her for studying like a broke girl. Her followers dropped when she stopped posting half naked pictures and started sharing books. Even her sugar daddies pulled away. Yet Amaka pressed on. She took embarrassing baby steps, mispronouncing entrepreneur as entrepreneur and confusing resume with restaurant menu. Still, she grew. Months later, the same university that mocked her at the debate invited her back, this time as a motivational speaker for a youth empowerment program. Standing on the stage again, Amaka wore no crown, just confidence. She said, "Beauty may open doors, but if you have nothing in your head, those doors will slam shut. I should know. I became a national joke, but today I stand here because I finally decided to learn." The audience clapped, not mockery this time, but respect. Amaka didn't become the richest or famous girl, but she became a symbol of growth. She rebranded as Brains and Beauty, running workshops for young women on self-development. Ironically, her story went more viral than all her slay pictures combined. And whenever someone googled her name, the first thing that popped up was not Beauty without brains, but the girl who turned her meme into a message.